Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, in this tutorial we're gonna do this stitch. I was playing with this stitch. I'm sure this stitch exists, but I didn't see anywhere this stitch, so I don't know the name of this stitch. I didn't see any tutorial, but well, it's more fun, not so comfortable to do this, but if you like the look of the stitch, you can try to do this. It's very thick. Well, it's thick enough. I shouldn't say it's very thick, but it's thick. So if you, it looks, the way we do this stitch, it's a little bit like the crab stitch. These are the sides. It looks like this, the sides. Yeah, but I think for a blanket or for a hat, it will look really dense. It's dense. So if you do this with a soft yarn, I think it's really nice. This is acrylic and it's, well, it's not that harsh or rigid, but still with this stitch it's gonna be a little bit harsh. So this yarn that I'm using, it says to use 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, and I did this sample with 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Yeah. It's reversible, the stitch, so you can do a blanket, a scarf, but it's, I don't know, the way the stitch is, it kind of curls up like this, and I tried with a bigger, with 7.0 millimeter crochet hook, and still was curling up like this. But I think if you want to do a blanket with this stitch, I think you're gonna have to put some borders to hold it a little bit, not to curl, I think. Okay, this stitch works with any numbers of stitches, odd, even, it doesn't matter. You can put, depends what you're doing, you can put any numbers of stitches you like. I have 12 here. You can put 15, 27, and like I said, even or odd, it's good enough. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna skip the first stitch, and in the first chain, and in the second chain from the hook we're gonna do a single crochet, and this the first row we're gonna do single crochet in each chain until we finish the row. So if you want to do something with this stitch, you can, like, you start with the single crochet, the first row, and you can finish whatever you do, the last row you can do single crochet in each stitch. So single crochet in each chain until we finish the row. You're going to chain one at the end, turn your work, and now try this loop to be a little bit loose, and then we're going to go into the first stitch here, pull up a loop, and try to pull this second loop a little bit loose and tall, and then we're gonna twist this. We're gonna twist and then pull the yarn to those loops. So now we're gonna move to the next stitch. Again, leave this loop a little bit loose and move to the next. I'm gonna pull a little bit tall, then twist this, and then pull the yarn to those loops. So you kind of do like this. So again, leave this loose a little bit, and then we're gonna move to the next stitch, pull up a loop and do it a little bit long, and then you're gonna twist like this, and you pull the yarn to the loop. So you can, you twist this crochet hook. If it's easy for you to do it like this, twisting the crochet hook, you can do that, and then pull the yarn to the loops. Again, leave this one a little bit loose, and then you twist like this, and then pull the yarn to the loops. And you twist like this, Well, it's a different look for the stitch, but if you like, you can do it like this. You just rotate this crochet hook and you do it like that if it's easy for you, and then pull the yarn through the loop. But I just pull like this and then twist, and that's it. And the last stitch is here. We're gonna do the same. Go into that last stitch, pull up a loop, and you're gonna do the same. You're gonna twist this and pull the yarn, then chain one, turn your work. It's gonna look like this. One side, and the other side it's like this. Yeah, it looks like the crab stitch, this side. And now we have between this line here and this thing, we have a space here. So leave this one loose a little bit, and you're gonna go between this line and this. You're gonna go right there. See? And pull up a loop, twist, and pull the yarn to the loops. Then skip all this, and between the knots, let's say, between the knots you have here a space. So you go into between these two, and you go in there. You see? And you pull up a loop, twist, and pull the yarn to the loops, and you skip all this, and then in between these knots here, this space, and pull up a loop, twist, and pull the yarn through the loops, and you skip this, and in between here, right here, go in there, pull up a loop, twist, and like this. So it's between, well, to me it's like they're knots. So between this, it's a space right here, and you go into the space there, and pull up a loop, twist, and again you skip this, and right here in between this, go in there. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's a weird stitch. I don't know, I never saw this stitch, so if some of you saw this stitch, please do tell me the name, and I will put the name in the title. And it looks like this. We did almost two rows. So let's do, so again you skip this, and you go in between this right here. So you go in there, and pull up a loop, twist, and then yeah, you're gonna do gymnastics, especially with this end. So again, you skip this, and in between these two, right here, it's that space there. So you pull up a loop, twist, and yeah, it's important this one to be a little bit loose, because this will be the one that is strangled more and it's closed. So again, you skip this here, and in the last right here, you go in there, and you pull up a loop, and you do the same. You twist, and then pull the yarn to those two loops, then chain one, turn your work. It's gonna look like this. So again, it's between right here, it's the between this line and this knot. It's right here, and you go in there, pull up a loop, twist, and then pull the yarn to the two loops, skip this, and in this space here, gonna go in there, pull up a loop, twist, and then do that, and skip this, and the space is right here. You go in there. Yeah, it's very easy, but it's important this one to be a little bit loose, otherwise it's gonna be hard for you, because when you twist, this one gets really small, so it's not gonna be easy to pull the yarn through those loops. Yeah, it's really nice. It looks different a little bit. Yeah, but I think with this stitch you're gonna have to use, so we skip this and we go right here. You're gonna have to use, for example, the yarn recommends 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, then try to do it with 5.5, at least half of number bigger. But if you want tighter, then you can work with the same crochet hook number that the yarn recommends. So we skip this and the space is right here. I think this yarn that I'm using now recommends, I think, 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm working with 5.5. So you twist. Yeah, it's, you know, and in the end, of course, you skip this and it's right here. This is the knot and knot. So you go right here in between. Right here. So you go there. You pull up a loop, twist, pull the yarn to the 2 loops, chain 1 and turn your work, and it looks like this. And so if you like this one, okay, I'm gonna do this one more row and then I'm gonna stop. If just one row repeat, you do the same. So it's, you see, you have this line and the knot here, so it's between this, it's right here, the space, right in there. Pull up a loop, twist, pull the yarn to the 2 loops, and you do like this. So if you like and you have the patience and, you know, you like the movement of the hands, you can do this stitch. I think if you want to make a blanket or a hat, especially a hat, it's very dense and it's closed, very tight, the work. Even though you might use a crochet hook number a little bit bigger than the yarn recommends, still it's you know, closed the work. But if you want, I think it's best if you use the soft yarn. If you don't want, because with acrylic, sometimes some acrylics are very soft and some acrylic are you know, kind of hard, and they become really rigid and stern the work. So you skip this and you go in the space in between the knots, or I don't know how to call them. To me they just look like knots. Ooh, you want to do a single crochet? So you skip this and in the space right there. So you reach the end, you have the knot, and you know, in here, so you're gonna go in between this and that. It's right here, right there. So you go in there, pick up a loop, twist, and then pull the yarn to the 2 loops, chain 1, and you start again. It looks like this. Well, if you like to use this stitch for something, if it appeals to you, this style, you can do this stitch for some project. I don't know, like I said, I never saw this stitch, so if some of you saw and you know the name of the stitch, let's put the in the title, so that it's gonna be easy. But these are the sides, you know, it looks like this, the sides. So if you like, I think for a blanket, if you have this, I'm thinking, I just don't like to put borders on blankets, that's why I keep, you know, saying that keep this like that, it's nice for a blanket. But well, some of you might say no, I don't like it, I better put some border. So yeah, if you like this stitch, give it a try. I hope you like it. Yeah, but it curves up a little bit, I don't know why. It's just maybe how the stitch it's worked, and I don't know, I tried with even this one curls up. and still it's 5.5. And I try with the 7 with this yarn. I tried the 7.0 millimeter crochet hook, and still curls up a little bit. Yeah, not too much, but still an idea. But the work is loose. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.